Hi, everyone.
Hi, Ruth. Thanks for joining.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Greg. Hi, everyone.
Hello, this is Bryce with Centerpoint. Good evening.
Hi, Bryce. Thanks for joining.
Hello, everyone. This is Anita Ivory from the Citizens Assistance Office.
Hi, Anita. How are you? Again.
Yeah, again.
Hello, everyone. This is Rain with Councilmember Jackson's office.
Hi, Rain.
Hello, everyone. This is Queen Martin, resident of Acres Homes.
Hi, Ms. Martin. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Diane Shepherd with the Friends of Bueller Shepherd Legacy.
Hi, Ms. Shepherd.
Hi, sorry, my camera isn't on. I'm Jessica. I'm with the Houston SPCA, and I work with Joe.
Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining. We have Linda Carper in the chat from Houston Parks. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, this is Tanvi Chaudhary. I'm from Design Thinking Innovation. I'm here on the invite of Lindsay. It's great to meet you all.
Thanks for joining us, Tanvir.
Hello, good evening. This is Edwin Velasquez with Frontier Energy.
Hi, Edwin.
Hello, Jasmine here with the Healthy Outdoor Communities.
Hi, Jasmine. Thanks for joining.
Hello, Mary's Washington here with the Mayor's Office of Complete Community.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
I mean, it was not a open bore or anything, so I'll be fine, but it was just annoying. Yeah.
Okay.
My attending was like, don't freak out. I was like, I'm not freaking out. I'm just annoyed that I got stuck. I was like, I'm not freaking out. I was like, I mean,
Excuse.
Like, I was like, they're gonna give me prophylaxis if I need it and all that sort of stuff. I was like, I'm not annoyed. Like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, freaking out. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like,
We can all go on mute. I think. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to find. Okay, as we are all jumping on, please feel free if you'd like to come off camera and say hello. I usually give a little time to let people join our virtual meeting space. So if you want to jump in, feel free, just say hello. I know virtual is a little different, but please know this is your meeting just as much as it is mine.
Hi, Lindsay. This is Catherine Jolivet with Memorial Hermann Community Benefit Corporation.
Hi, thank you for joining.
Hi.
Hey, this is Tyler Agee with the Houston Parks and Recreation Department, Communities and Operations.
Hi, Tyler. Thanks for joining us. Oh, good evening. Thanks for putting that in the chat, Ty. Yes, it is evening, not afternoon. Also, if anyone wants to put your information in the chat and share it with any guests we have on, please feel free to do so at this time. I'm going to give about 1 to 2 more minutes to let people join us, and then we'll launch tonight's Complete Communities meeting for Acres Home. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, we are going to go ahead and kick it off. Please forgive any background noise if you hear. I have a 3-year-old, and I'm currently watching another 3-year-old because my sister had a baby yesterday. But welcome to tonight's Complete Communities meeting for Acres Home. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm really excited to get things moving and rolling in the Acres Home community. We have some great partner programs that are going to talk to us tonight. So kicking it off, we will, is that me? Okay, I think more than one person has control, so I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. I think we are experiencing a little difficulty. If anyone did not get the opportunity to say hello, please feel free to do so at this time.
All righty, I will go. This is MD Marshall with Houston Business Development. Just want to say hello to everyone again.
Thanks for joining.
And this is Yvonne Green, community member.
Hi, Ms. Green. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Ann Watkins with the Watkins Group, also a community member at Acres Homes.
Hi, Ms. Watkins. Thanks for joining us. Okay. As you all know, I stress Let's Talk Houston because that is the place where I'm able to put your flyers and spread your information. The Bewell group has been really, really amazing with passing on anything that comes their direction and any programs that they have going on. I try to post anything that's happening in the community. Today, there was a really great event, a warm event, but a really awesome event at the Multi-Service Center with Metro. There was a ribbon cutting. So if you all check that periodically, I would say weekly, that's a good source of information. Also, if there is anything that you would like to have listed there, please feel free to send that over to me. Or there's a place on Let's Talk Houston where you can post under Acres Home Story your own information. And if you're not signed up for our newsletter, please take the time to do so. There's a ton of good info that gets distributed there as well. So speaking of Let's Talk Houston, on Let's Talk Houston, there's a recording of our Building Food Security 101 panel discussion that we held last month as a Planning and Development Department. We've really been adamant about bringing programming to you that connects you with partners, but also gives you real life insight on how to move initiatives forward, and also teaches you a little bit about the City of Houston connections that you can utilize to achieve your community goals. So if you have a moment, I would encourage you to take a look at the panel discussion. This was just the first. We would like to build on this, and we had a group of really amazing partners who came on and shared their resources as well, that you can immediately connect with or connect your community members with. So if you're interested, feel free to check that out. It's also on the Planning and Development YouTube channel, and it's listed on all the Complete Communities neighborhood pages. So up next, Bryce, I think I'm gonna let you have it.
Yes, thanks so much, Lindsay. And if you don't mind, could I share a quick PowerPoint? Or okay, let me share this real quick. Thank you for the opportunity. And also, Edwin is on the call as well, and he's one of our implementers for our weatherization program. So Edwin, I welcome you to step in if I miss anything. So real quick safety share, weatherization program and AC tune-up, two great opportunities that CenterPoint's offering to the complete communities for free. So let's get into that real quick. So a quick safety share that CenterPoint always does in every meeting we attend is this one's on dryer ducts. So make sure you keep your dryer ducts clean. They can cause house fires if they're not regularly cleaned. Also, they reduce energy usage by cleaning them and wear and tear on your equipment, leading to reduced maintenance cost. So our weatherization program, our goal here is to really work with the homeowners and to stop rain, sun, and wind from entering your home to reduce energy consumption and optimize the energy efficiency of your home. So this program is completely free to the residents based on income qualifications. So some of the measures that we can do is ceiling insulation, HVAC, Energy Star appliances, air infiltration reduction, LED lighting, solar screens, and wall insulation. So these are all measures that we could potentially do to your home. And how it works is you need to be a CenterPoint Energy Houston Electric customer, which everyone in Acres Home should be. Your home needs to be 16 years old. And then annual household income qualifies you, but also we go off of the qualified census tracts, which Acres Homes pretty much falls into for the most part. So the few steps is submit your contact information online or by phone. An agency will contact you. We have two visits that we're hoping to do. One you'll receive a free in-home energy efficiency assessment. We'll go to your home and review it. And then from there, what measures are approved, we'll actually have a contractor go and install those in your home free of cost. So these are two visits again. So in-home assessor takes about an hour of your time for us to go through the home and fully review it and make sure everything that we can do to perform on your home. And although your income and location may qualify, not all homes will qualify for energy efficiency upgrades. So that's why we really have to come out and review the home to see what we can do. And then visit two, a certified technician will contact you to schedule any upgrades we can perform on your home. So here's how you apply. If y'all want to take a photo of this QR code, here's the phone number, or you can apply in person, which I'll get to that list at the end of this presentation. I'll leave this up for a second if anyone wants to take a picture to apply online, and I'll also post it to the chat afterwards. And our second program we have, this is not an income qualification program. It's open to everyone. It's an AC tune-up. So what we're doing here is we go and clean your condenser coils, evaporator coils, and blowers. We clean filters, and we can replace them if the customer provides them. We measure and adjust the airflow, refrigerant charge, and we measure and test the system's performance. And the value is up to actually $190 now. So we've got some more budget for this program, and it's a great program that improves comfort and airflow in your home, increases the system capacity, potentially longer equipment life, lower energy bills, confidence in your system. We also provide a report on the AC unit. Same process, so you submit your application online or by phone. The HVAC contractor will contact you within 72 business hours. Work is scheduled within 2 weeks, and it will take around 1 to 3 hours to complete. CenterPoint Energy customer, these were the requirements. No Cool Saver, which is this AC tune-up program in the last 5 years. It has to be a working system, an AC system or heat pump that is at least 1 year old, and it's got to be less than 5 tons, which most home systems should be. Here's the QR code to apply online. It is open to everyone, as long as you qualify for those few items. And then here's the phone number as well. I'll post this as well to the chat. So here's our contact information. LaShawn's my manager. My name is Bryce Garrick. Austin Pooley also helps with this program. Then here's some agencies as well that are participants of our program and a few income qualification items. So thank you all so much for your time, and thank you, Lindsay. Edwin, anything I missed or?
Yeah, I just wanted to maybe quickly mention, getting a little bit of a sorry.
You sound good on our end.
Okay.
I hear an echo.
Yeah. So one thing to mention is that one of the common things that we see that may prevent a home from qualifying, it would be, and our agencies do ask some screening questions prior to entering the home in the system. So if there's extensive sheetrock damage in the home, or if there's roof leaks or tarp, these are all items that may need to be addressed before they can be entered into the weatherization program due to the requirements of the program itself. One of the tests that are carried out by our assessors is an air infiltration or leakage test, where they basically would check to see where air might be infiltrating into the home, and if there's extensive structural damage, they can't carry out the test effectively. And also, if there is mold present in the home, that would be a disqualifier for admitting into the program. So these are some issues that would need to be addressed prior to entering them into the program. So it's one thing to keep in mind is that, like Bryce mentioned, not every home that we receive may be eligible due to these disqualifying criteria, but we certainly be happy to take them in and review them and see if we're able to service these homes through the weatherization program.
Thank you. Thanks so much for that information. One more thing I wanted to add that may be important to some of the representatives here is your agency partner program for the referrals for the agency in action. Steve Weiss mentioned there was a referral program for not complete community, super neighborhoods and things like that, where if they refer them to the agencies in action program, there was possible compensation for referral credit.
Yes, and in order for that, they would have to register as an agency within the program. If there's any members of the community who are interested in doing so, you can reach out to me via email. I can drop that here in the chat, and I can send, and we can schedule maybe a follow-up discussion on how you get set up as an agency in order to start referring homes within the program. And then, so each referral, in order to qualify for the referral, the home needs to qualify for assessment, and, I'm sorry, the home needs to qualify for assessment, and the assessor needs to identify basically that the home is able to be serviced with measures. And there is also, for the complete communities, there is also the potential for an additional bonus for homes that receive weatherization measures within the complete communities. If you would like to participate as an agency and obtain some more information on how to enroll as an agency where you would submit referrals, let me drop my email here in the chat, and we can schedule a discussion along with Centerpoint in order to get onboarded as an agency in order to submit those referrals into the system. Okay, so I have my email information there. Just shoot me an email, or you can also communicate with Bryce as well. If you're interested in onboarding as an agency, we'd love to have you, and bring. Centerpoint has set a goal of servicing 200 weatherized homes within the complete community. So we're more than happy to bring any interested community partners on board as an agency in order to that might be able to help us all reach this goal and servicing these homes within these communities.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Are there any questions? Okay, well, I think we can move forward if no one has any other questions. Is there a question? Okay, thank you so much for the presentation, and we look forward to continuing working with you in our complete communities.
Thanks so much.
Next up, we're going to hear from the Bewell Acres Home Group.
Hi, Lindsay. Thank you. Would it be okay if I share some slides also? Awesome.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Ruth Reckes. I'm the Director of Bewell Communities at MD Anderson, and we're so thrilled to be here with all of you this evening. We do have an exciting opportunity on Lindsay's slide here. We are recruiting residents to participate in a discussion with us. It's 2 hours. It's on May 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. And we are almost out of spots. But people who participate who are residents of Acres Homes would receive a $50 gift card. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Bewell Acres Homes for those of you that aren't already familiar with it. But we'll be bringing some new projects into the community, and we want to make sure they are projects of interest. So we would like to have residents review that those projects with us too. If you're not able to do it at that time and you are a resident and you'd like to learn more, please reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to share more with you about our initiative as well. Well, let me just share now. Can you see it okay, Lindsay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Great. My contact information is here. I'll put it in the chat as well. Bewell Communities at mdanderson.org or rreckes at mdanderson.org. Either one will work, but several of us answer this one, so that's sometimes a faster way to get hold of us. Bewell Acres Homes is an initiative of MD Anderson in collaboration with Harris Health System, Memorial Hermann Community Benefit Corporation, UT Health School of Public Health, and more than 30 organizations united together with residents of Acres Homes. We're working on many different projects, expanding exercise and healthy eating programs, building community and school-based gardens, increasing access to fresh and healthy food, improving parks, trails, and places for physical activity. I know I've talked at this meeting before, so I don't want to give too much background, but I know also there's some new people, so I want to make sure you know a little bit about our initiative. What we're really trying to do is bring forward those things that were in the health component of the Complete Communities Plan. So you can see here different items that were in the Complete Communities Plans that we are now doing. They're actually happening. We are currently improving things at the community center. We are making improvements at the multi-service center at Lincoln, at the multi-service center. We are doing many things in the parks. I'd love to tell you more about it anytime. We have after-school soccer programs going. We have a Safe Routes to School plan underway, some urban tactical projects under that as well, lots of health education, community fitness programming, working with the Houston Parks Board on their hike and bike trail. Brighter Bikes is in several schools. We're working on many gardening initiatives as well. So many things are happening and underway. And if you're not connected to them already, please let us know. We would love to make sure that you are fully connected to them or that we're doing a better job of connecting residents to those things. So happy to talk about any of them with anyone. And then this is just a couple of things that we wanted to share with you here. So so far in our first 2 quarters of implementation, we have had impacted more than 2,600 people. We've had 2 gardens that are built. We've distributed over 100,000 pounds of food. We have trained 170 staff members on healthy eating programs, on nutrition programs, things of that nature. Hosted 1 nutrition class. We've actually done quite a bit more than this, but this was just the first 2 quarters, and hosted 10 active living events. So we're excited to be up and running and doing lots of programs, and can't wait to be doing even more. I'm happy to answer any questions anybody might have about any of that. I don't know how to stop sharing either.
I'm trying to take Thank you so much, Ruth. Are there any questions?
I know we have lots of great partners on this call as well, so if they want to share anything, they're more than welcome to also.
Hi, this is Queen Martin. I'm a resident, and I'm just trying to clarify how you become part of the thing on the 16th, the Bewell communities.
Just send me a note. I'm going to put my email in chat right now and just send me a note and let me know. Love to have you there.
Any other questions?
No, I have a comment. I really appreciate all the work that's happening in this area. It's one thing to hear you come in and say, hey, here are some things that we're thinking about, but it's another thing to actually say, hey, we're doing this and we've done this. And so it's really good to hear that, just to give you a compliment.
Thank you so much. It took us a little bit of time to get started. We want to make sure we were doing the right things, but we're thrilled that those things are now underway. So, and we're excited to bring more. So we hope we'll hear from many people about the best things we can bring. And anyone's welcome to join our steering committee anytime. We meet on the first Wednesday of the month. It's tomorrow, first Wednesday of the month from 9 to 11. I know that's not always the best time for people to meet. So if you want to be involved, but you're not able to attend, just let us know.
Thank you so much, Ruth. Next, I'm going to pass it over. The side looks different. Oh, there we go. To the Design for Houston 2022 team. Timber, can you hear me? Oh, I think you're muted. Can you unmute? Let me see if I can. We can't hear you. So there's the mic icon at the top, or if you click beside your name, it should say unmute. You can hear me, right? Okay. For some reason, we can't hear you. Let me see if I can unmute you.
Okay, so are you able to hear me
Oh,
now?
there we go. Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
Is it still echoing?
No, I
Is
think
it
that's
still
good.
echoing?
Okay, so when you're talking, it doesn't echo. It only echoes when I talk. So I'm just going to be quiet, and you should be able to talk, and we don't hear an echo on our end when you talk. that work? So if you can unmute and go ahead and talk, and I won't unmute again until you mute.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is this better?
Yeah, we hear you, but you're echoing now.
No worries. We're going to just push forward, and as soon as you figure out sound, we'll loop back to you. Does that work? Is that good? Are you on multiple devices?
Okay, now I cannot hear you. That's what is happening.
We can hear you now. With no echo, we can hear you. Okay, we're going to push forward. We'll circle back.
Okay, should I go ahead and speak? Okay, so let me go ahead and give an introduction. Thank you, Lindsay, for having me. And I am here to introduce about an event that we are planning to have in June. And the event is called Design for Houston. Many of you might perceive design as design related to UI or design related to an application or product or float. But in this case, design means issues to solve or problems to solve, or having a creative solution of a problem. So Design for Houston is an event where we try to bring historians from all facets of life to find solution to everyday problems that are faced by our communities and city. So for one day, all the historians come together and tackle a civic issue and through the design process. In this event, we invite city experts who are available to share their thoughts and the internal processes of city, and participants exchange thoughts with their local issues, and they get to hear from city representatives directly. And the whole event happened in a workshop style, activity based throughout the day, and go through the process of the design one after other in each phases. Upon completion of the idea, the different ideas that gets, upon completion of the process, the different ideas that come across gets evaluated by city experts or policymakers that end up, getting to get implemented. So Designathon this time in 2022, our theme is digital equity, and in this event, we are focusing our attention towards the Acres Home residents and the community, and for this we wanted the citizens who live in the community to join the event. And we are doing this event at the multi-service center Acres Home on June 4th. And it's a Saturday. It starts from morning 9 a.m. and goes till 5 p.m. I would wanted to invite all the people who live in the area and who are interested to see the change that happens in the community to be part of this event. I see a raised hand. I was wondering if anyone has a question.
Yes, I do have a question, but I only wanted to ask if you were done with your presentation.
I see Rain has raised a hand. Okay. No. So I wanted to invite you all in this event, and I'm going to post the link to register for this event in the chat, so people can log in and register for the event, and also the event for our website, so that if you want to read more, you can read more about the event.
Okay, can you hear us?
I see a raised hand.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Written 8 a month. Do you have questions? Lindsay, I'm not able to hear, so probably you might have to type the question in the chat.
Okay. Rain, do you mind typing the question in the chat? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'll type it in the chat.
And you can ask it out loud if you would like, so everyone can hear it and doesn't have to read it, but for Tanvir, I think, to answer.
Okay, well, I'll just ask the question out loud and then I'll dictate later. One of the questions I wanted to know is what organization is actually heading this off? I know the concept name is designed in 2022, but I wanted to know if this was spearheaded by a college group or if this was a coalition, a task force that was assigned through one of the departments or things of that nature, just seeing who's spearheading this initiative. And then I wanted to see, since Acres Homes is the focus for this Design for Houston initiative, what support has already been secured to ensure that even some of the low-hanging fruit decided from this workshop will actually be implemented, not just something where we convene and we bring together amazing ideas that have no teeth or support. I'm really interested in hearing what this organization has done pre-work to ensure that when we do spend an entire day giving an idea of what we want to see in our community, there's actually thought going into how this is actually going to turn into implementation.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is we have been involving the city people and from complete communities and all the other people from different departments of City of Houston. They would be here. They would be here to listen to the ideas that you have been giving, and so that is the first thing. That all the people who are public policy maker, they would be there. Second,
So
the
Tanvir, hold
design
on one
of a Houston
second. Can
event
you hear me?
itself is.
Hold on one second. So it's Rain, to answer your question, I think this is a project that is being led by the Mayor's Office of Innovation. They are the ones who reached out and connected me to Tanvir. So Tanvir, maybe speak a little bit about the group that you represent and the work that you and the Office of Innovation have put into this project thus far, and also any partners, funding opportunities, or implementation strategies that y'all have thought of prior to the event that will help roll out the results for these ideas.
That is correct. And the opportunities that we give is basically taken by Department of Innovation, and they direct us to the partners who have grants to implement these ideas. And other thing that I want to mention is during this event, we will evaluate the time required and the amount of monetary support that is required to implement ideas. And ideas that come out to be feasible would be selected to implement it. And during this process, the evaluation would be based on what is feasible. And that is what the Department of Innovation is going to take it forward and implement. So that is why it is promising to attend this event, because it is just not learning opportunity about the community, but it is also a unique way to get the low-hanging fruit, to recognize the low-hanging fruits, and then get the Office of Innovation to take it forward. Lindsay, I'm not sure if this gives a little bit clarity. And Rain, does this make any sense?
It does make sense, and I'm glad that you and Ms. Williams mentioned that this is a part of the mayor's Office of Innovation. Definitely want to get in contact with them to see what other projects they're wanting to spearhead in District B and in Acres Home specifically. But I did want to ask a follow-up question. Since this is something that is a part of the mayor's innovation office, can this workshop be used to not speed through, but actually address some of the incomplete requests of the Complete Communities initiative that were already created?
Right. The idea to do this event is to capture, I mean, the theme of what we are focusing is towards bringing digital equity in Acres Home. So, and digital equity is very much dependent on a lot of factors. And as you mentioned, Rain, that there are a lot of incomplete initiatives that are there. Those might be impacting digital equity. So we want to recognize what are the other challenges that the community is facing and how it could impact the implementation or the plans that city has for bringing digital equity. So in the sense that indirectly, many factors come into picture when an initiative gets rolled out. And the first step that we are taking right now, the research in the process is going on. And I would like to talk to you offline if you can give me more thoughts on how the community is behaving, where it is right now, and what are the challenges that they are facing, what implementations you are waiting for, and so those will give me more ideas on where the direction of the event will go. So I would like to speak to you more on that, and also keeping the digital equity in focus in main as a main topic is what we are going to do during the event. But we want to recognize all the factors all the challenges that the community is facing that could hinder the implementation of efforts that a city is making towards bringing digital equity.
Thank you so much. I look forward to having a chat with you.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? So I think the information has been dropped in the chat if you would like to join. And Tanvir, if you need me to, I can loop you in. Well, Rain's information is actually higher up in the chat. So if you'd like to reach out to her, you can find the information there.
Sure.
Thank you. So, Bethune Empowerment Center. Are there any representatives on the call?
So good evening, everyone. My name is MD Marshall, and we have a couple of folks who can help me out. I am driving, so I don't think you want to see all this Houston traffic. So you have my lovely avatar there where I look very much like a poised person. So I am glad to be with you again. And I think I do have one of our general contractors on the line, Brian from Key HTX. And so if there is a need, I'll ask him to jump in and offer some assistance. But what we wanted to do is just follow up like we had promised last time we spoke, that we would give you an update on where we are with the Bethune Empowerment Center and just answer any questions. And so my purpose with you this evening is just to do that. My prepared remarks are just that you would know that we are moving forward with the renovations. It is going to be a two-phased project, phase 1 and phase 2, and we are about 40% through phase 1, and Brian with KTX can kind of fill in as needed. But I wanted you to know that we also are having a community walkthrough again. We had one last month and we're having one again. The one we had last month featured Aldine ISD board members who walked through with us, and they got to see the center and the progress that has been made. And now we're having another one just to do another walkthrough for on behalf of Councilwoman Tarsha Jackson and stakeholders that she'd like to be there. So what we will do is we will send you or this group um, the exact date of that walkthrough, but it will be this month, and you're certainly invited to come out. As far as the implementation plan for the center, it is consistent with what we promised the residents at inception, which was that it's going to be a place that the residents can not only be a part of, but feel a part of. And that will include an area in the cafetorium where there's event space, and you can see on the photo that's there, phase one includes those areas that are identified in yellow. And then there's phase 2A, which is identified those sections in orange. And then phase 2B is the phase there in blue. And the yellow phases are offices as well as co-working space, as well as educational space. The orange is that same, more of the same, small business incubation and development. And then the blue will be really defined as our workforce development hub. And it'll be, if you're familiar with the Makers Hub over in the East End, it'll be an Acres Home Makers Hub, which will really promote light manufacturing, development, and training. And so I won't take too much more time, but I did want to allow you to be introduced to Bryant. He's on the line with KHTX, and he's our general contractor there. I'll let him say hello and give you a little update on the construction, and then we'll answer any questions, and we'll turn it back over to you, Ms. Williams.
Awesome. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'm Brian Price, representing KHTX, the general contractors for the Bethune Empowerment Center. Really excited about the progress we've made thus far. A couple of real quick highlights that we have is one, we're starting to see the transformation of the classrooms, the former classrooms, into really structured office space, and transitioning that principal's office into an administrative and office space for the community. One of the key things I think you'll start to see here soon is we're going to be putting in some really interesting technology, and that's state of the art, where we'll be having some really strong ability to have really fast-paced internet service across the entire campus. That's one of the things that we were focused on as we supported the phase, and that's one of the things that you don't see a lot of when those buildings in downtown. You'll see really strong internet service and Wi-Fi as well. We want to bring it into the community, and outside of that, it's been a really great progress thus far. You'll probably still see some progress as you're driving down Victory Lane, windows going up, HVAC moving forward. So expect to be completed here in the next few months on the phase one portion.
Thank you so much. Thank you both for being here. Are there any questions for our Bethune Empowerment team?
Hi, this is Ann Watkins. I have a question, and thank you both for the information. Hello, MD.
Hey,
So my question is, under 2B, that first structure, is that a new structure to be built?
yes, and I'm glad you asked that question. And let me offer further clarity by saying that phase one, the gold, is largely existing. Phase 2A is existing, and all of the buildings you see tentacled to the phase 2B designator there Those will all be new buildings. So yes, that tall structure is actually structured parking, and the other buildings are going to be workforce development spaces.
Okay, so where will the farmer's market be? Is that under the canopied area in the middle with the orange trees?
That's right. The farmers market will be right. Did you see where the structured parking? Do you see where the yellow says community garden?
Mm-hmm.
Am I breaking up, or can you hear me okay?
No, I hear you. I hear you. The tall structure. I hear you.
The yellow, yes, the yellow box in the middle where it says community garden is the garden location, and then in that alleyway, I think, is where the farmer's market, well, not alleyway, but that green space that exists in between is where the farmer's market will
Sure,
remain and exist.
will remain. That's exactly. It's there now, and it's getting a lot. We think a lot of traction. And the Aldine Independent School District was extremely pleased when we were there during the walkthrough. There were actually folks there participating in picking and pruning and taking care of the garden. And so we were thrilled to be able to show it actually not just being planted, but being cared for and producing. So yes, it'll still remain there, and we look to expand it.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, the community garden, which is separate from the farmer's market, is going to be in the same space now?
Right. So the community garden is there where you see that yellow kind of icon.
Mm-hmm.
And then, right, that is the space. If you look, you'll see that there's you see that entire green space in between the two buildings.
Mm-hmm.
That space is being manicured such that it'll be able to serve for that same reason, for the same use that
Mm-hmm.
was previously used as the farmer's market.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question about funding. I think there was some questions about funding on maybe some of the later items, maybe 2B. And I remember bringing up around some technology. We got all these technology companies coming in town, the Ion and Microsoft and AWS. Have you spoke to any of those technology companies on see if they can help us out with some of this, or are we already fully funded for everything we need to construct?
That's a good question, and of course, I think I can speak to that. To say yes, we have been successful in receiving support from both Centerpoint and AT&T. AT&T has done a mid six-figure injection to the project, and Centerpoint has done the same. So we have a lot of support and funding for the project as it relates to technology. And so yes, we can definitely affirm that we have gotten the support from partners, public sector partners, on this private and public partnership. So we are pleased to share that with the group.
Okay, and it's fully funded for all three sections.
No, so the response was that I shared was to give you where we stand at this point. We have two phases. Phase one is fully funded, and we're pursuing the funding for, of course, the Makers Hub and the letters that you see tentacled by the blue icon there. So that is not funded, but the funding is being sought for that. So phase one, yes, and phase two is in progress.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I do have a question. Marshall, so while you're getting support on funding, what kind of support are you getting in having these spaces situated? You know, technology-wise, who is supporting you to build these spaces? And yeah, so that is the first question. I have another follow-up question on that. So.
Okay, if I understand your question, you're asking who, are you saying who is in companies, or are you saying who is in agencies?
As an agency, who is supporting you to build these spaces, in the sense the design or providing the directions on how these should be built?
Okay, so about 2 years ago, we worked with charrettes in the community, where we sat down when the Acres Home planner huddled up with the community stakeholders and decided what were some of the uses. Out of those uses, we then put together a comprehensive plan to talk about an implementation plan, which talked about the best way to arrive at those uses. From there, we then, about a year ago, put together with the city of Houston and their community development department an implementation plan that went to city council. City council, the community, Aldine ISD, Acres Home. We then put together what you see now as the layout. So the direction that we got to go where we are now came from a cohort of stakeholders, and then specifically we had engaged Moody Nolan, an architectural firm, which helps us get to what you see now, which is a two-phase renovation and remodel project. So I hope that is a little more information, but I hope that adds a little color to how we got to where we are.
Sure, it did help. Could I read this information somewhere? Because you're not sharing, I do not have other access, and at the moment, there's this few times I've been in the area, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about. So if you could provide a link, or Lindsay, if you have a link of this information, that would help.
Yes, so actually at the bottom, that is a new website that was just produced for the project, BethuneEmpowermentCenter.org. I encourage everyone to go there. There's also a contact us button on there. So if you're interested in the tour, if you have questions, please feel free to jump on there and ask away, suggest away, request away, all of those things. As well as on Let's Talk Houston, there was a pretty thorough Bethune Empowerment update presentation that was given, and that information is on the document section on the Let's Talk Houston Acres homepage. Alrighty, so we're going to move forward unless we have anything else. I know we're running short on time, so I just want to be respectful. Thank you again for joining us. We look forward to the future of this development and hearing all of the exciting updates.
Thanks for having us.
So in terms of complete communities, what have I been up to? In March, as you all know, I was interestingly transitioned onto the community, but it's been really great getting to know everyone and the partners, and really looking at the action plan, seeing where the holes and gaps are, what expertise I can bring to the table, what partners I can bring to the table, and what we really need to move forward on. So the Designing for Impact initiative was the first attempt that was led by myself as well as Krista in conjunction with the AIA and Houston NOMA group. And there was a plan presented by the Rogers Partners for the Acres Home Town Center development. So that seems to be resonating with most of the community, as well as other economic development initiatives. We have been blessed in the Planning and Development Department to bring on board an economic development planner. So that has also helped us tremendously in really looking for what is the strategy for implementation, even if it's at a phasing or small scale. Bethune Empowerment Center, as you know, is going to be a huge catalyst and an anchor project in the community. And we would also like to start exploring opportunities of how we can really bring all of the things that you're requesting in your action plan to life. So on March 25th, myself, along with the Economic Development Office and others in the planning department, took a riding tour with the mayor for him to really hone in on what his goals are for the community, how he felt about development, and how he would like us to move forward. We also expressed some things to him that we would like to move forward with. So with that being said, the Economic Development Working Group meetings will kick off. We're going to relaunch those. And those will happen the second Thursday of the month from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. On the survey, that is what won. If you would like to be a part of that, please go online and enter in that information. Give me 1 second. I will be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I apologize. So if you can get on letstalkhouston.org and fill out the survey, I will make sure you are looped in on that request. We will be trying to work closely with our Economic Development Office as well as your council member's office. They are really pushing for these things to happen in the community, and I think we are all at a stage to really move things forward in terms of implementation. So that may be pop-up business park, that may be food truck park, but I have looked at and assessed land and also engaged in conversation with partners of land along Montgomery to identify places where we can even just do small scale economic development to really lend to the need and proof of concept for Acres Home. So anybody who would like to join us, please let me know. Again, Let's Talk Houston is a way you can sign up easily. And on the bottom left side, you can see the cadence for the other meetings that are happening in the Acres Home area. Complete Communities is first Tuesday. The Super Neighborhood meetings are third Thursdays, I believe. And Acres Home Bewell is the first Wednesdays. Are there any questions around that? And also, because I received an email earlier today from Ms. Watkins, thank you so much. We thank you for bringing all of your greatest needs to the forefront. I will be scheduling a meeting with a cohort to talk about TERS development and management district development and what that looks like, if that's feasible, if that's a model we can use. So if there is anyone who is interested in joining in on that conversation, feel free to shoot me an email and I will make sure you're looped in. We will be reaching out to the council member's office to try to align schedules on that. And also you can check Let's Talk Houston for updates as soon as we set the meeting date. Any questions? Okay. There is a redistricting meeting for your area on May 19th. This is really, really, really important. I encourage you all to attend. There will also be a CIP discussion, which will be very important for your area and the future projects that will be implemented. So I am really encouraging you to attend that. It will take place at the Acres Home Multi-Service Center in the senior room at 6 p.m. If you are unable to attend this one, there will be a virtual meeting that will happen on May 25th on Microsoft Teams. And for any of that information, you can check out letstalkhouston.org/redistricting. So that project is there. It'll list all of the redistricting meetings. There's actually one happening tonight for District C. It'll list all of their meetings. There's also a video on there to explain what all of this even means. There's the map that will show you what the redistricting structure looks like, as well as the link to the virtual meeting that will happen on the 25th. Any questions?
Is that meeting going to be just to inform, or is it going to be like? I'm pretty sure it'll be informed, right? Like it's got a kind of a report out. Hey, this is what the new districts look like versus where do y'all think these lines should be drawn, and do you have any problems with it?
From what I was told, the information I was told is this meeting is a working meeting. This is not just to give you.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Hi, this is Lynn Henson. I just wanted to add a couple of things about the redistricting / CIP meeting. One, the virtual meeting will only be the redistricting portion. It will not have a CIP portion to the virtual meeting only. And these are actually listening sessions. There have been no plans made by the city of Houston as yet because we are listening to the public. The purpose is to get your feedback about what your thoughts are on which neighborhoods should be included in which council districts. You can even come down to the city of Houston. We'll have software set up on a computer that will help you identify where to draw city council boundaries. Any recommendations of an entire plan need to be turned into the city of Houston to Rupesh Koshi on paper. But the CIP / redistricting meetings is an opportunity for you to also express your ideas, your concerns, your recommendations on which neighborhoods should be included in which council district. Some council districts in the past, the lines may have been moved, and so portions of a civic club or homeowners association or large development may have been split. And that is an example of an opportunity to say, we'd like to remain with this community because we have a common look, feel, and community. And thank you, Lindsay, for bringing that up. It is very important for the community to be heard and be able to voice their wants at the redistricting CIP meeting. After the redistricting ends, the CIP portion will begin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Thanks for that clarity.
I have a comment. Thank you, Lynn. And I'd like to piggyback on what Lynn said regarding the absolute importance of this meeting. District B is too large for one person to represent, and we need more representation. So this is a very important meeting. So I just want to encourage everybody, even if you don't think it involves you, to please give your support to the redistricting.
Thank you. Any other questions about redistricting? Okay, moving forward. The mobility study meeting. So we have secured the multi-service center, and our next Complete Communities meeting will be in person. So we are getting back in action, moving things forward. There is a consultant who will be there, and we will have a listening session / community engagement exercise surrounding the mobility study that aligns with several goals identified in the action plan: create safe streets, increase walkability, build great streets, improve connectivity, create a network of hike, bike, and expand mobility. So I will encourage you all to attend in person, as well as all of our partners. I think it would be a great time to meet everyone and for us all to get acquainted with each other outside of this digital environment, and really get a chance to weigh in on what mobility looks like in these areas. So the area identified for the study is the south of West Little York and north of West Tidwell, and east of TC Jester and west of Wheatley. So the problems that have been identified are the existing streets are sufficient to address east-west traffic circulation, but there is a lack of north-south street connectivity. I encourage you to attend. We will also talk about other things at this meeting, but this will be a large area of our focus. I encourage you to attend, and if you have any suggestions on other areas that you feel need to be addressed or looked at, please don't hesitate to voice those to us as well. And this would be a good time to also get those comments on record. Any questions? Okay, we're already 10 minutes over, so I'm going to leave the floor open for any community announcements. Does anyone have anything they would like to share? Yes, ma'am, Ms. Carper.
Yes, good evening. Thank you. I'm Linda Carper with Houston Parks Board, and I just want to remind everyone that we have refined the design of the Greenway, and you can actually check it out on the Social Pinpoint website. And I'm putting the link in the chat, but please visit HoustonParksBoard.org. If you have not signed up to receive our emails, please sign up to receive the emails, because we are wanting to hear from the community about what's taking place with the finalizing of the design and submitting for the permit. So it's HoustonParksBoard.org, and you can find more information about the design of the Greenway, the Vogel Creek Greenway, on the Social Pinpoint website, and the link is in the chat. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Okay, up next, Ms. Hernandez.
Hi, again, I'm with the Houston Spca, and we're having a free pet vaccination clinic this weekend. So if you, I'm going to post that link to that chat. So if you want to share it to any of the pet owners in Acreswood that you know, or any friends and family, it's by registration only. So I'm going to post that link, and we look forward to moving forward, creating more events for the pet owners in that community, or seeing what other resources we can provide. So I'm going to put my email as well. So if you have any ideas of how we can help, you know, pets in that area, feel free to send any ideas my way.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay. Mr. Rose, I'm going to move it over to you.
All right, good afternoon, evening, everyone. I'm Greg Rose of Prairie View University's Cooperative Extension. Our Texas Rural Workforce Academy has positions open for 16 to 24-year-olds. I'm going to drop the chat in. I'm going to drop my information in the chat. It's also a form on there that I'm going to drop. So you could pass that along if you know anyone in your community that are looking for jobs that could pay well for 16 and 24-year-olds underneath the apprenticeship program, teaching them cybersecurity, getting them certificates. They have a certificate for A+ and other certificates doing cybersecurity. So I'll drop that in the chat along with my information. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you. That sounds wonderful. Rain, you had your hand raised. I'm just going to, but you lowered it. I don't know if you have anything that you'd like to share.
Well, I didn't know if there was anybody from the Acres Homes Farmers Market team on, but I did just want to give a quick shout out to them. I do believe they will be having their farmers market this Saturday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen anything on their Facebook stating otherwise. So if you are in the neighborhood, I highly advise you go check out the farmers market. It's always great to support that and just get involved. I'm going to stay on this topic until God takes me home. I picked the fresh okra and my life has been changed. Please go to the farmers market. It is the greatest experience ever. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Rain. Catherine?
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Hello, everyone. I just want to share a couple of dates at Highland DeSoto Park in Acres Home. We have our Step Healthy programs there as we continue to work with Houston Parks and Recreation to activate the park, and other organizations as well that has come to support what we're doing there. But just to mark some dates on your calendar, on May 14th, we have every second Saturday, we have a Walk with a Doc program, at the Highland Park Community Center. And he walks with us. One of our Memorial Hermann doctors actually walks with us. And he also will be doing a health presentation on dementia and age-related memory loss. We'll also have the American Heart Association joining us in that walk, and they will be providing resources and services on stroke prevention and awareness. And on May 25th, Saturday, we will have our Dancing with the Doc program, which is another one of my programs under Step Healthy. And we actually have, I have a psychiatrist on my team that comes out to the park and we'll be doing Zumba. He teaches Zumba. So he does 30 minutes of Zumba. And then after that, he will do a mental health presentation on postmenopause and mental wellness and how you can live and to help live a better quality of life. So both of these physicians will be there. That's Saturday, May 14th from 9 to 10 and Saturday, May 25th from 8 to 9. So I hope everyone will come out and support these programs and support the programs that we're doing at Highland Park. And we also have a walking club. So if anyone wants to join in Monday through Friday, we're there from 7:30 to 9 with the Step Healthy Walking Group. And they're doing some really, really great things. A nice group that is helping the community to come together in their neighborhood park just to improve their health with just taking a walk outdoors and being able to engage with other members of the group to help you reach your health goals. So I hope to see everyone there. Mark your calendars, and I hope to see you there. Thanks so much, Lindsay, and thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ruth put it in the chat. Acres Home Farmers Market is the first and third Saturday of the month, including this Saturday from 10 to 1. I also dropped the link to Let's Talk Houston. Catherine's events are up there. The farmers market is up there. All of the things that we've been able to identify and the flyers that you send are there. So it's a good place to also just check for what's happening. I'm trying my best to make sure I keep everyone informed and in the loop. I will also include the working group meeting information there, as well as there's already a sign up if you would like to be on the Economic Development Working Group. And my goal is to implement some phase or some sort of project in that arena in the next 3 months. So I'm just letting you know that's my personal goal. I don't like having a lot of meetings without results. So we are going to move forward and we will get some things happening and off the ground soon. Are there any other announcements, or does anybody have any other comments before we wrap it up? I know we've gone over.
I got a comment. On the Let's Talk Houston page, do we have a full-fledged calendar that shows you the whole month and all the stuff that's happening within the month?
A full-fledged, like active calendar, no. What I've done is list what I've been able to identify in May, and then under that, I've listed the flyers. It does not have a function to do a calendar. I could create a graphic, but I would constantly be updating it. It's unfortunately not a live calendar. It's just not a tool that they've added. I can reach out to their tech team and see if that's something they could implement, but currently it just doesn't have that function. So I've just kind of worked around with text and graphics.
Sure.
Yeah, the reason I asked, go ahead.
I just wanted to know if you can put the timings on the link if there are virtual events. Also the timings and the places, because right now there are text. I know the event is happening, but I don't know where exactly or what timings it would be.
So they're listed below in the actual graphic. The text is just to kind of show, so you have your quick reference guide, and then below it are all of the graphics with that information. But I can, in the text form, also add that information if that would be helpful for you all in using it. I did a quick text and then put the graphics underneath that kind of elaborate on the information. Miss Mims, I see your hand is raised.
Oh wait, I
Mr.
still
Mims.
had something to ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Miss Curley.
Yeah, I just didn't want to cut it off. The Thursday, the redistricting meeting, it happens on the same day and same time as the super neighborhood meeting. I didn't notice that until I was about to put it in my calendar. So it's the third Thursday, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
The redistricting meeting is May 19th.
Yeah, that's the Thursday. So maybe reach out to
Letitia.
I haven't talked to her. Yeah, Letitia. There we go. Reach out to Letitia about that to see about maybe moving that meeting or something.
Okay, I'll reach out to her. I actually saw her today at the ribbon cutting, so I will let her know. I'm not sure if the schedulers were aware of the conflict, but I will make sure everybody is looped in, and I will pass that information on to her, to Letitia as well, to make sure the super neighborhood is aware. Maybe, I don't know, they could meet a little bit before in the same place and then attend the redistricting.
Yeah, if we would have had that calendar, then we would have been able to see, all right, on this day there are two things going on. And so that's kind of where I was headed with that. When I went to the website, I saw that it's kind of listed in a linear format.
That's very,
all right,
that's valid.
that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alonzo Mims?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to say quickly, it's Alonzo Mims with Kings Bike and Hike Community, and also teach at Smiths Elementary. And we're having a bike rodeo event that's on the 21st of May from 9 to 12. Wanting off to the community to come out, elementary school kids. It's basically teaching the kids about the interactive event, teaching them basic safety skills, how they can ride independently within the community. And this year we partnered with Safe Routes to School, so it should be a nice event.
Thank you. Thanks for that information. And if you could drop any, even the image or the link in the chat about that, that would be wonderful as well. Are there any other announcements?
Linda, can I add one more? This is Linda again. I forgot to encourage everyone, if you will. The Houston Parks Boards provides the Agents of Discovery, and it's a virtual learning tool, and adults and youth can participate. So we wanted to encourage that. It does encourage individuals to get out and enjoy the green space, but also gives them an educational moment too. So check out Agents of Discovery. It's on the Houston Parks Board website, and I did put it in the chat. And this mission is Agents of Discovery mission Vogel Creek, and it ends Friday, May 6th.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you all for joining. I will be sure to post this meeting recording as well on Let's Talk Houston, as well as the information. Several of you have asked to be looped in, and I will make sure that happens and pass along any useful links. And I look forward to seeing you all, hopefully in person, and if not, virtually is always good too. But thank you for being so involved and committed to making your community complete. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you for your time.